So today I want to encourage the young man or the young lady who's starting life. You may have just finished school, or maybe not, and you're earning not a very big salary. I mean, you're starting life. Be encouraged. Don't give up. Don't look at that as the only place that you have to be. That is not the end of life. It's a starting point. But as you're earning that salary, jipange, you know, there is things you can be able to do in a way that you become efficient. But the one thing that you cannot fail to do is saving. Save. Usiseme pesa yako ni kidogo huwezi kusave. Save hata kama ni shilingi, whatever it is, but just make sure you save. Pole pole over time it will build into something. But don't, so if you always look at your money at ni kidogo huwezi kusave, ama pesa yangu ni kidogo, when will I ever go, buy that piece of land? Pole pole. Nobody does it once. But as you keep the dream, keep the resilience, keep going. Usijangalie wewe ni mdogo and then you're always cowering in the middle of people. Hapo mahali umepata opportunity unafanya kibarua. Build yourself, build your character, build your resilience, build relationships, network. But don't lose sight of the big dream that you have. So wherever you are, always ask yourself, how is where I am right now helping to build me to my next? And also, as you ever leaving the previous opportunity and you're going to your next, please, young ladies and young men, toka vizuri, live with grace. It may not be the perfect place, but the point of exit is so important. How you exit an opportunity is very, very important. Inaweza kuwa ulikuwa unafanya kwa duka na umepata kazi nyingine poa ya ofisi. Unasema poa ya ofisi. But even as you leave that shop, please hand over well to that person. Usizime tu simu unasema mimi nimetoka. As we begin life, sometimes we struggle with these things, but it's so important. Relationships, you never know where this shopkeeper or where this owner of the shop may help you tomorrow. They may give you a recommendation, which by the way, you always need a recommendation. Because where you're going, people want to know, where have you come from? And what is it that you are doing there? How are you doing it? Because they can only rely on what you've done. They don't know you, so they can only rely on what you've done and where you've been. So they will definitely reach out to hapa mahali ulikuwa, what is said about you. So the day you leave that opportunity, as you want to go to the big dream job, what will be said about you where you're living? So do as far as it depends on you. Stay committed. Don't look at it. Don't do it for your supervisor. Don't do it for your boss. Do it for yourself, for your character. What will be said about me? Not even with the people here. But what does God in heaven think about you? Because God is the one who is blessing the work of your hands. Are you humble? Is humility there? Is respect there? Is dignity there? Are you doing this job that the Lord is actually happy with you? So as you're starting, don't look at it that you're doing it for your supervisor. Dream big, but also as you leave the current opportunity to go to the next one, please live well, live with grace, hand over well, even if things were not good. But the point of living, hold it and live with grace and dignity. Say thank you for the opportunity that I have had here. Say thank you for the time that you have allowed me to work here. Say I appreciate the opportunity because you have grown. You may not have been perfect, but in one way or another you have grown with an extra skill. You have grown your people skills. You have grown your networking. Now when you leave, you can say, I know so and so we used to work together. I know so and so we used to work over there. And as life would have it, as other people also live and God places in other places, this become your networks you can easily reach out to one day as you're trying to get to your next. So as you're starting life, start it with so much encouragement. Don't look down upon yourself. Hata kama ni mahindi unauza kando ya barabara. Hata kama ni mayai unapiga hapo kando ya barabara. By the way, I was once a fishmonger. I used to fry fish by the roadside. Nilikuwa mama mboga. But the lessons I learned in those places, how to just deal with people, how to deal with different characters. So don't just focus on the money. Money is good. Money is amazing. Haitoshangi, hakuna mtu ametosheka na pesa. Ruto and Uhuru and everybody else and Raila, they are all still hustling. Kuonyesha pesa haitoshi. Dreams are big, okay? But what else can I carry from? What else does my job give me apart from money? Those networks there. Can you learn a new skill? Yes, you may have been hired as a front office. But can you talk to the accountant and just understand? By the way, in accounting, how comes I see you guys doing A, B, C, D? Just to have an idea on how businesses run. Then just ask them about these KRA issues, by the way, learn things. Uliza mtu wa IT, how comes this one such connect with? Learn Just never leave a job with only your salary and a title. Live with other skills. What else have you left knowing? Because one day you may, where you're working is possibly a business, right? So one day you may want to go open your own business. So beyond your skill, there is how businesses operate. And they may be very frustrating, by the way. You could be the best coder, you could be the best architect, you could be the best engineer. But now when you have to run it as a business, it's different. So while you're working there, bother to find out how do businesses run. Taxes ufailiwa saa ngapi? If I open a business, how do I register it? Do I start paying VAT immediately? Learn things. Just understand how basically a family, a business works. Ongea na HR. How does HR work? What are some of the basic things about HR that, yes, you go front office, ndio, I agree. But just bother to find out how does even this industry run. But ukiweka tu masikio tu hapo tu, but mimi tu ni mtu wa front office, kazi yangu ni kujibu simu na kufile makaratasi, you may not end up being a very valuable add value to yourself. Yes, I'm a receptionist, because you've heard of cases where people are being promoted from being a receptionist and they realize, this lady anajituma sana. I actually think this lady is misplaced. From receptionist, I think this lady can be a very good customer care. And just like that, you get promoted because you have bothered to improve yourself. You've bothered umejituma. So don't just sit, and put your head down and na headphones mali uko. Bother to add value, because everybody wants somebody of value around them. Usidanganywe. Hata kama ni sister yako kama brother yako, they want, what value are you adding? Are you solving problems? Are you the one who is just pointing out problems? But if you're a problem solver, sema hapa ilikuwa imefanya hivi, na nikaona, and the way naona hii shida iko hivi. But the way I'm seeing, I think we can be able to do A, B, C, D to be able to fix this one. What do you think? By the time you're going to your supervisor to report a problem, please have a proposed solution. And what are you willing to do? What are you willing to chip into that problem? Then that's a valuable person. It's very hard for that supervisor to one day, when they're being told to cut down their team size, chances are they may review and say, hey, huyu anakwanga by the way ako mbele na vitu amejipanga. So be somebody of value, add value. So if when your title is just, whatever you're hired to do is just to get you through the door. Once umeingia kwa hiyo nyumba, my friend, be valuable in different areas as much as your free time allows you. Don't just be on, piga story, simu kwa simu for more hours. And yes, I agree, you may be on phone doing very good things, but try add value to the organization, try add value to the business, try add value where you are. In that way, you become a valuable resource.